I told you I would show you this new planet, folks. I told ya. Now, for those of you that are just tuning in and don't really know, this game is Stellar Overload. It is an absolutely fantastic indie cube voxel type of game. One of the best, I would say, outside of the fact that it's not completely developed yet. You actually fly to other planets and stuff like that. Although with the version of the game right now, we took that teleporter over there to get to this new world, and you gotta kind of complete a little bit of the main quest area and stuff. But what this video's purpose is just because I wanted to show you all this new planet, because I ended up doing a video talking about the recent patch that added this planet, but didn't end up getting to actually show it off and experiment with it because I was a bit too pressed on time, and I didn't have a file that was at this new world because of the fact that my main file ended up getting erased. But let me just tell you, this place is amazing. Like, it seriously is one of the most beautiful voxel worlds I've ever seen. It's got giant ocean areas and stuff. You can dive underwater. It's got all sorts of different enemies too and resources that you can actually have at with this planet. You know, we got fire flowers, we got blue fire flowers, and the planet's got the same old gravity thing where you actually wander off the edge and stuff like that. Very, very awesome stuff. Now, the planet itself doesn't actually have anything in terms of the questing and stuff like that. You know, it's not really been fleshed out yet in that regard. It's just the fact that you can actually come to this planet and experiment with it. They got spider enemies and all sorts of new status effects. And honestly speaking, folks, the last time that I actually came to this planet before it was actually like fully fleshed out, let me tell you, the performance increase is just amazing, you know, because the first time you come to this planet, back when it wasn't developed properly, there was pretty much just non-stop trees like spammed all the way through, right? And even with my monster rig of a computer, I was having some serious frame rate issues, and now it's like we got the settings cranked all the way up, including the dynamic lighting, which is still a little bit glitchy in this game. They do actually mention how it's experimental, an experimental feature, but I just wanted to show you just how beautiful this game can actually be, and I'm really, really looking forward to the new content when they actually flesh it out on this planet. Now, one thing I do want to say, just kind of in passing, is it's probably going to be a while. Like, even when an update comes to this game, it is going to end up taking a while before I can actually start re-recording it again, because every time they have a big update come out, like I mentioned previously, my file ends up erasing because it's not in the newer version, right? So it's not like I could load my old file that has the ugly version of this planet. It's just not compatible anymore. Maybe there secretly is a way to convert the file over or something to that effect, but honestly speaking, I don't really know, and I don't really have the time to figure it out. I'm just trying to say that because of that, if an update comes out and this game suddenly is like, bang, we've got quests on the second planet, or, they add like a whole ton of new content, pretty much I'm just saying that until they end up adding enough content that it's worthwhile for me to actually kind of restart the series and grind through the main quest to get to this point, I'm not going to be doing any videos outside of just these little side highlight ones. And while we're at it, kind of showing off this new planet, I did want to also show you the Steam Workshop. So let me just jump into a creative world here. Ignore the planet that we're on. I was messing around with my friend and flew to this planet, and well, yeah, this is one of those planets, a prime example to show you that it's very underdeveloped right now. That's why it's just hills and lava. But of course, it's going to end up being a little bit more optimized later on, right? I think that's actually the first world or something. I don't know. But needless to say, in the last video, like I keep referring to, I'll put links in the description in case you actually want to check it out. But I didn't get to show off the Steam Workshop and how that ends up actually affecting your game. So let me see. If we just open up the Steam Workshop, you can actually go to the blueprints from Steam Workshop, find any of the blueprints that are actually there. These are items that were created by other players, and you just subscribe to their content so that you can actually get the blueprint in game, and then you just simply drag and drop these blueprints onto your inventory while you're in creative mode. You have to be in creative mode to access this stuff, of course, and then you're going to see that most of these things are going going to actually show up on the last page because of all of the stuff that they already have. Oh, well, maybe it reorganized since I relogged or something. But needless to say, it's really, really awesome. Like, let me see if I can place this down right here without the game exploding. This is actually a tower that was built by another player, and as simple as that, we've already got it here in our world. That is insane. Like, seriously, I am so stoked and genuinely excited for this game and seeing where it goes and stuff like that. They even have, let me see if I can find a spot to put this down, a pod racer from Phantom Menace, like of Star Wars, right? And this is actually a fully functional ship, though it doesn't necessarily work properly because you can only end up going forward, and the controls are a little bit sticky just with the ships in general in this game. But the fact of the matter is that you can just so easily end up putting something that somebody else built into your world. And I really hope that this game ends up actually becoming something a little bit more popular, because as it stands right now, there's only a small handful of people that I've seen anyways that are actually like building content for this game, which is great, don't get me wrong, but I think that this game has some serious potential if they manage to, well, of course they will manage to optimize it a little bit more, and just in general develop a little bit more content, and hopefully it doesn't take them like 50 zillion years. As far as I know, there's not really that many people working on this game, and it's kind of been a long project in general, but this video is just about showing off this game because this is a game that I am genuinely very excited for, and you know, I kind of want to show off the content as often as I can just because I'm very interested in it when it does show up. But anyways, I showed off the new planet, I showed you the Steam Workshop. This video is already long enough just for that. Thanks for watching, folks, very much appreciate it. Links will be in the description for everything about this game, as well as my Let's Play series if you want to see what this game actually is from front to back as far as all of the content is concerned, because there's a little bit of a main quest on the first planet, takes you to that new planet, then the content's dead, but you can still mess around with the creative mode very, very effectively, especially now that we can just load in stuff from other players and save them ourselves, right? Thanks for watching though, folks. Very much appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.